Rotterdam is a vibrant city in the southwest region of the Netherlands. Often considered the second city of Holland, Rotterdam is renowned for being home to Europe's largest trade port, and the cultural atmosphere reflects the presence of a large multinational population. After the devastating bombings of World War II, the city was forced into a modernity that is notable in the artful and inventive architecture of various constructions and buildings. Music too has a significant place amidst all this vibrance, though seemingly not to the degree one would expect, given Rotterdam's outstanding architecture and creative industry. Caught in a vicious cycle in which venues appear only to disappear within a short space of time, rumor has it that the live music scene in which independent artists take the stage is one that is systematically withering over time. This documentary will capture the scene, and the voice is speaking on its behalf for the sake of finding out, is the Rotterdam live music scene dying?
All the lights are faded.
There used to be more places to perform at. You used to have the Waterfront, which had like huge concerts every week, which were really big bands. But then it switched owners, and then that kind of like died out. There used to be Off Corso, with lots of huge DJs, but that died out. They say, okay, we believe that you should cut the funding for that place, cut the funding for that place, keep the funding for that one, and that plans for 4 years. Many places in Rotterdam lost funding last 2 years. The Unie on Mauritsweg, where you had art, you had film nights, you had live music, a really nice stage, it's also closed. Yeah, Nighttown is closed.
Rotterdam's Council of Art and Culture decide over the annual subsidies granted to music venues. The document manifests the subsidies the venues received a few years ago, the amount of monies the venues requested for 2013-16, and the amount advised by the council. While the subsidies are significantly going down in this period, the subsidies received in 2009 were already lower compared to the numbers before. Indeed, the combination of cautious consumer behavior and budget cuts can only make for a challenging issue.
There's no middle-sized venue in Rotterdam for live music. There's only Rotterdam, but Rotterdam really have a specific genre, and they don't allow local bands to play unless you're very, 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 very big. And that's a very important fact in Rotterdam. The commercial venues like the Hemingway and the Rotterdam, they just want to make money, and they book acts that bring people in, and they don't really care about promoting or helping newcomers or unknown bands.
Actually, I thought that there would have been more, that I would have found more music, more live music, even though it's going well, that I'm having a lot of opportunities, but it's not exactly what I expected, and there seem to be not so many venues.
I think bands will have it difficult unless there is another important subsidized venue, another Waterfront or another Nighttown.
Rotterdam is it's not very open, you have to know where to go.
The scene appears as one that is there, struggling, but also very much loved by its participants. It is a cultural segment that demands of individuals to invest before they can fully indulge in the enjoyment the city's live music scene has to offer. Where various venues have disappeared, others have remained, and some have even returned over the course of time. Upon exploration, it thus becomes apparent that there are places to go to at night for quite a variety of musical tastes.
of things going on. It's more underground, but if you are into it and you're trying to get to it, there's a lot going on. Yes, absolutely. We get less money for the culture, so you have to be more inventive, but people in Rotterdam are really inventive.
Also, I'm noticing that you have a lot of opportunities, the open mic nights, all these sessions, and the musicians are really willing to experiment and rehearse together with new musicians.
Despite the live music scene dealing with difficulties from more than one angle, it yet remains. Even though it appears hard to get by for bands and artists who are not major acts, the electronic scene that includes genres such as house and techno continuously draws loyal crowds, as is seen here in the venue of Parade.
I think it's always been dying. It just evolves and evolves and evolves, and in the end, I think it's a trend which you see in the whole music industry. It's survival of the fittest.
The whole country and everything in culture, it's always changing, and it should be. If there's no change, there's no future.
An inside look into the Rotterdam live music scene shows us that rather than dying an immediate death, it is continuously changing for both better and worse. Budgets that are supposed to grant venues financial security are being cut and threatening their existences. Meanwhile, economic difficulties affect consumer behavior in such a way that less money is spent on musical nights out. Despite this, a loyal core of attendees, performers and managers keep the musical spirit alive. As long as this core remains, there will be a musical scene, and Rotterdam will never go quiet.
Take the effort to get into it and you will find a big pearl in this shell.
Questi vestiti che ci ha messo addosso il mondo sono già di troppo. Non ricordo il freddo, non ricordo nulla, tutto ad un tratto. C'è